Hi students, how are you? I hope each one among you are doing great and well. Welcome to Supnit's classes. This is Rahmat Latif, your biology educator. In this video, we are going to learn about digestive glands. So without wasting any time, let's get started. You know, there are some glands which are associated with alimentary canal which helps in digestion. And digestive glands include salivary glands, liver and pancreas. Digestive glands include first salivary glands, then we have liver, and finally we have pancreas. And they are associated with alimentary canal in order to help us in digestion. Okay. Salivary gland. What is the function of salivary gland? As name says that salivary gland is something related to saliva. Yes, you are right. Salivary glands, they mainly produce saliva. Okay, and there are three pairs of salivary glands. First one is in parotids. Okay, first one is in cheeks, which we call as parotids. Parotids. Those salivary glands are known as parotids. One on this side and another one on this side. Then we have submaxillary or submandibular lower jaw, and third one we have sublingual below the tongue. Okay. We will mainly talk about salivary gland. First of all, what is the function of salivary gland? Salivary gland produces saliva, right? Salivary gland produces saliva, and we have three pairs of salivary gland. First one is in parotids, that is in cheeks. Another one is submaxillary or submandibular lower jaw, submaxillary or submandibular lower jaw. Then finally we have sublingual below the tongue, those salivary glands which are present below the tongue. Okay, and these glands just secrete the saliva into the buccal cavity, in our buccal cavity inside the mouth. Their function, parotid, submaxillary, submandibular, sublingual, their function is to produce saliva into the buccal cavity. Okay, I hope this concept is clear. Moving forward, liver is the largest gland. Of talking about another one we learned was liver, and then we learned pancreas. We are done with salivary glands. Okay, now we will mainly talk about liver. Let's talk about liver. Let's talk about liver. Liver is the largest gland. This is the largest gland present inside our body. If the question will come, which is the largest gland, your answer should be liver. Is the largest gland of body, and its weight is about 1.2 to 1.5 kg. 1.2 to 1.5 kg in an adult human, and it's situated in the abdominal cavity. It's situated in the abdominal cavity just below the diaphragm, and it has two lobes. Our liver is present. Its weight is about 1.2 to 1.5 kg. It's situated in the abdominal cavity just below the diaphragm, and it has two lobes, and those are known as hepatic lobules. Okay. Liver contains, sorry, liver contains hepatic lobules, and hepatic lobules basically have hepatic cells. Okay, hepatic lobules have basically hepatic cells, and what is their function? These hepatic cells inside hepatic lobules secrete bile. hepatic cells secretes bile. They secrete bile. Okay. I hope this concept is clear that they secrete bile, and bile is passed through the hepatic duct. Since these all terms are related to hepatic, and hepatic. First of all, we in liver we have hepatic lobules which are formed by hepatic cells. Hepatic cells, function of hepatic cells is to secrete bile, which is transported through hepatic ducts. Which is transported through hepatic ducts. Okay, I hope this concept is clear, right? Now, this bile, it is transported through hepatic duct to the gallbladder. This bile juice is transported to gallbladder, which is muscular organ, okay? Through which through a duct known as hepatic duct, okay? They are transported to muscular sac known as gallbladder through hepatic duct, and we have a duct of gallbladder. Duct of liver is known as hepatic duct. Duct of gallbladder is known as cystic duct. Duct of gallbladder is known as cystic duct, okay? And it comes from the cystic duct along with hepatic duct from liver forms common bile duct. Bile, okay, I'll draw it so that you won't get confused. Okay, see, this is liver, this is gallbladder. Duct from liver is known as hepatic duct. Duct from liver is known as to gallbladder is known as hepatic duct. Duct from gallbladder is known as cystic duct. And both these ducts, hepatic duct and cystic duct, both these ducts, hepatic duct and cystic duct, they together form common bile duct. Together they form common bile duct which joins with a duct from pancreas. First of all, remember, duct from liver is known as hepatic duct, duct from gallbladder is known as cystic duct, and both these ducts fuse together, they form another duct which is known as common bile duct. Okay, I hope this concept is clear, right? They form common bile duct, and bile duct and pancreatic duct, then bile duct, then we have common bile duct which joins with pancreatic duct, okay? And this duct is known as hepatopancreatic, since it's present between substance of liver, that is bile, and between pancreas, that's why it's known as hepatopancreatic duct. Both these ducts, they form common hepatopancreatic duct through which bile and pancreatic juice is passed on, okay? They are what we call it as, they are guarded by a sphincter known as sphincter of Oddi, or D, okay, which is our dream. They are guarded by a sphincter. You can consult your textbook in order to see diagrams. Sphincter of Oddi. This is known as sphincter of Oddi. That sphincter, okay. I hope this concept is clear. Let me clear it. Okay, see, done with liver. Now we will come back to pancreas. We will come to pancreas. Pancreas is a mixocrine gland. That means it's both exocrine and endocrine gland. Pancreas is mixocrine gland, okay, heterocrine gland. It's a hetero gland, and it's situated between the duodenum. Duodenum is the first part of small intestine. Okay. Exopancreas is both mixocrine. Okay, it's exocrine and endocrine. Exocrine portion secretes an alkaline pancreatic juice. It secretes pancreatic juice along with enzymes. Okay, and endocrine portion secretes hormones, insulin and glucagon. Exocrine portion secretes pancreatic juice, enzymes. Endocrine portion secretes hormones, insulin and glucagon. Okay, and we know that I already mentioned that digestion is took place through mechanical and biochemical process. Digestion took place through mechanical by chewing and biochemical process chemically, like in stomach we have HCl, or in different parts we have glands, we have enzymes which helps in chemical chemical digestion of food. First of all, if we will talk about buccal cavity, the mechanical digestion took place. How? Mastication of food took place. We are chewing, okay? That is mastication of food. And mastication mucus helps. Saliva में हमारा mucus होता है. In saliva we have mucus, and that mucus helps in lubricating the products, and then they form a spherical structure known as bolus, which is passed down through our thorax region. Okay, I hope this concept is clear. And talking about esophagus, once the food is entered into the esophagus, there a movement, wavy movement took place, and that movement is known as peristalsis. Thus, through peristalsis movement, our food is to our food movement takes place from mouth to the stomach. Okay, talking about saliva contains some electrolytes like H positive, Cl negative, Na positive, HCO3 negative. Okay, these what we call it as, sorry, Na positive, K positive, not H positive, K positive, Cl negative, HCO3 negative. Okay, so on and so forth. In saliva, we have these electrolytes, we have enzyme known as salivary amylase. Okay, I hope this concept is clear. And almost 30% of starch is hydrolyzed by enzyme. Okay, our gastric glands have inner layer of alimentary canal is known as mucus, as I have already mentioned in my previous session. So gastric glands have mainly three types of cells. Gastric glands have mainly three types of cells, and those are known as mucous neck cells. You will remember these names: mucous neck cells, which secrete mucus, obviously; peptic or chief cells, which secrete proenzyme pepsinogen; parietal or oxyntic cells, which secrete HCl; and intrinsic factor, that factor which is essential for absorption of vitamin B12. Mucus of stomach has gastric glands, and gastric glands have three major cells, namely mucous neck cells which secrete mucus, peptic or chief cells which secrete proenzyme pepsinogen, parietal or oxyntic cells which secrete HCl, and intrinsic factor which is essential for vitamin B12, for absorption of vitamin B12. And talking particularly about vitamin B12, that is present inside curd. Okay, and you know that stomach stores food for 4 to 5 hours, and food mixes. What happens in stomach, food is stored for 4 to 5 hours, and inside stomach we have HCl, an acid which mixes up with the food, leading to its digestion. Okay, and in our stomach we have an enzyme, namely proenzyme, which is proenzyme basically pepsinogen. we have proenzyme pepsinogen, which gets converted into, okay, we have proenzyme pepsinogen, which gets converted into pepsin. On proenzyme pepsinogen, HCl acts and it gets converted into pepsin. This pepsin then acts on the proteins in order to break that into simpler proteins. Okay, I hope this concept is clear. And please remember that pH of HCl, pH of HCl is, since it's acidic, so its pH is 1.8. Its pH is 1.8. Its pH is 1.8. Its pH of HCl is 1.8. That means it's acidic. And please remember that we have one protein, namely renin. We have one protein, namely renin, which is found in infants because their main source is milk. Their main dietary source is milk. So in their protein, in infants, a protein is found that is known as renin. Okay. Okay. Renin is a proteolytic enzyme in infants which helps in digestion of proteins in infants. Okay, in us, in adults, we have pepsin, but in infants we have renin. Okay, I hope this concept is clear about digestive glands. We learnt about salivary glands, we learnt about liver, we learnt about pancreas, we learnt about stomach, what happens inside stomach. Okay, I hope this concept is clear. I'll meet you in any other interesting session. Till then, goodbye, take care, thank you so much.